possession.
Right, there's a box under your desk. John, would you bring the box up, please?
This is the emergency kit that I keep in my car at all times.
Okay.
Well, not at all times, obviously. It's here.
Next. John, will you take it out of the box and put it on the desk there?
What would have been brilliant then if he'd have took his car out? Can we investigate it?
Yes,
Do you want to?
yes.
Spotty mud.
I'd quite like to. I'll be very careful with it. Are you going to bring it back?
Well, yeah.
I'll be careful. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, I've never given another man my box before.
Okay.
I have, it's quite nice.
There's a mug, spotted mug.
Yeah, well spotted.
Yes, here's options, Belgian chocolate.
Bill, sorry, can you be careful with that? That's his mother's ashes.
Chocolatey ashes.
And here a little bottle of...
Some red wine?
Can I just say, this is like the most boring version of the generation game.
Oh, the best ready, steady cook ever.
It's a sort of a post-nuclear deal or no deal. Right, OK, so take us through why you've got these items.
Well, I'm on the road a lot, and I like food and alcohol. So I make sure I have some in case I have an unexpected overnight stay.
I love how seriously Bill and Frank are studying the product.
This has got a very curious marking on it. It's a circle and a pregnant woman and a line going across it. What's that got to do?
That suggests to me that they don't advise that pregnant women drink.
It's hardly hieroglyphics, Bill, is it?
I tell you what, if I found this in a car, I'd assume it was the flight recorder.
David, time to guess.
I think it's nonsense. So we happy to say it's nonsense?
You're all saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK. John, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is true.
And I should say, if you're thinking of compiling an emergency car kit of your own, both Would I Lie to You and the BBC would like to point out that other brands are available.
Yeah, I once guessed the exact number of sweets in a Mini Cooper and was awarded a prize by Britain's tallest man.
How many sweets were in that car?
Yep. I can't remember, actually.
Oh, when was this?
I would have been about 11.
Can you give us a ballpark figure?
It was something in the sort of 4,000 area, because they were quite... they were quite big. I don't think they were...
4,000 sweets in a Mini Cooper?
I don't think they were
How
real sweets. They were probably, like, fake big sweets.
Right. What sweet were they?
What tipped you
No
off
idea.
to make you think that they was fake?
They just looked too big for a mouth.
If they're that big, you said about that big?
Quite big, yeah. But I don't know, about, yeah.
So they had massive fake sweets in a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm very suspicious of your story.
Yes, you can't remember the amount, you can't remember the size. And where was this? Any recollection of the country? Or...
Yeah. It was at Brent Cross Shopping Centre, and I won £100.
What?
That was the prize.
£100?
£100.
What year was this?
Oh. 83, something around there.
Late 80s and 83. Do you know, one bit of advice, don't ever try and make it in politics. You haven't got a chance.
And he knows. I sense you're edging ever closer to a decision.
What are we going to say, Ken?
He's lying.
Not that tough, then. Reginald?
My first instinct to say that that's too fantastic of a story to have ever happened to anybody. But then I think, you look like you might do anything. I'm gonna go with yeah.
I don't know who to go with. Reginald with his suave charm. Or you. I'm going to go with Ken here and say that you are, in fact, not telling the truth.
You're saying it's a lie. OK. So, Steve Mangan, truth or fiction?
It is, in fact, the truth.
No!
Yes, it's actually true. Stephen did guess the exact number of sweets in a Mini Cooper and was awarded a prize by Britain's tallest man. I'm so glad that story ended happily, considering it had the words car, sweeties and strange man in it. So please welcome this week's special guest, Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. So, John, what is Kathy to you?
This is Kathy, and we crashed into each other while we were both on our driving test.
Sarah, how do you know Kathy?
This is my friend Kathy. We fooled the newspapers into reporting that she'd been left under the spell of a hypnotist at a hen party.
And, Lee, what about you?
This is Kathy. She's the hotel receptionist that I had to phone from my room when I found a peacock in my hotel room.
So there we have it. John's pranged motorist, Sarah's newspaper prankster, or Lee's peacock remover. David, where would you like to start?
John, your
Hi.
Driving test. How did the crash happen? What manoeuvre were you attempting?
I was pulling out of a junction onto a carriageway, but then I saw a car, so I stopped, and she drove into the back of me.
Basically, 2 driving tests in convoy, as it were.
Yeah. Well, you do the same route from the same driving school, don't you? When you go to get your exam.
Did you fail your test, John?
We both had to have our tests annulled because of the accident.
Annulled?
That usually involves the Pope, doesn't it?
When was this, John?
I just had to renew my licence, so 11 years ago.
11 years ago, OK. Kathy hasn't changed the number in 11 years.
She described it as weird, what had happened, and I remember thinking it wasn't weird. You hit me. So she said we should keep numbers, jokingly, and said, so that we don't get our test on the same day next time. Lol.
Yeah. Did people say lol 11 years ago?
Yeah, it was just coming in then.
Right.
Before we even knew you could write it down.
Yeah. Sarah, why did you... what's the story here? What?
The disinterested policeman.
I think you mean uninterested policeman. All good policemen are disinterested.
Yes, good point.
Not an amusing point.
But grammatically, an absolute belter.
Yeah.
What's the difference between what does disinterested
Disinterested
mean?
means impartial. Uninterested means bored.
I think I know which one the audience are.
Sorry, please continue.
So, Sarah, you fooled the newspapers about a hypnotist at a hen party.
Fooled the newspapers into reporting that she had fallen under a spell put under by the hypnotist at the hen party.
And what was the nature of the spell? What did Kathy think she was?
Every now and again she would just burst into song as Madonna.
So how did you then fool the paper? Did you just phone them up?
Just phoned them up and told them, and...
They printed it.
they came out and did a photo shoot, the local paper.
Did it end up in any national paper?
Yeah, it ended up in most of the national papers.
Seriously?
Most?
Yep.
Was Kathy photographed? Was she in the paper looking Madonna-esque?
Yes, she was.
David, are you satisfied with your witness? Would you like to move on?
So what about Lee?
You found a peacock in your hotel bedroom.
Yes, I found a peacock in my hotel room there.
Did they have ornamental grounds?
They had some sort of ornamental grounds to a degree. They definitely had peacocks.
Did you hear the peacock?
I woke up in the morning, it was ground floor, and, you know, like most blokes who sleep on their own hotels, it can get a bit whiffy, all right? So I opened the French doors that were in the room. I opened the French doors. So I go into the swimming pool, which is very near my room. I come back with the dressing gown on. I walk in, and there's a peacock in my room.
Yeah, did he do the thing with his tail?
He saw me, and he sort of went like that, and I think his tail went up a little bit, and then he sort of ran around a bit, and then he sort of got a bit flustered, and I tried to waft him out the door. Yeah. I was a bit panicking, because I know a peacock doesn't sound very threatening, but it's one of those things that, in your room, suddenly becomes terrifying. So,
now you've tried to waft the peacock out, and then you ring reception, Kathy answers.
Yes.
What do you say?
I said, this is a bit weird, but there's a peacock in my room. And she said, oh, yeah, they do that a lot, believe it or not. Right. And she came round. She sort of just literally sort of was more assertive than me.
She wafted it with a bit more gumption.
Stop saying waft. It was a bit more masculine than that. I said waft once, and you haven't let it go, have you?
So you used the pillow, made a few noises, and the peacock went out.
The peacock went out, and then she even shut the doors for me. I was like, I could have done that.
It was a takeover bid by the peacocks to distract Kathy. When she got back to reception, 50 peacocks there. This is our hotel now.
I just think... I just think a receptionist would phone someone else, another member of staff, to deal with.
It wasn't a big five-star hotel. It was a sort of... You know, I don't know what star it was, but it was a sort of... It was more casual, the hotel, than you're imagining.
No. Peacocks are in very posh places and very formal places.
Very rural places, generally.
No. It's not like... You don't farm peacocks.
Yes, you do. People do farm peacocks.
OK, yes. The English countryside is covered in massive flocks of peacocks.
No, but they do farm peacocks.
Peacock milk we endlessly drink. And laid back and basically hippie-ish than those hotels with peacocks milling around. In and out of the rooms, and the occasional panicky comedian won't join in, won't pal up with the peacock.
Say it, go on, I don't want to say it.
Tries to waft it out. And the only member of staff in the hotel has to come and make noises with the pillow.
Do you know what?
And apologise to the peacock later and say, we won't let him stay here again. He's all stuck up.
So, we need an answer. David's team. Is Kathy John's unfortunate learner driver, Sarah's hypnotised hoaxer, or Lee's receptionist to the rescue?
Well, you see, if we take Kathy, though, as the core of this whole thing...
Yeah.
I think Kathy looks too alternative and cool to work in a small, anonymous... hotel.
Do you know what I'd say to that, Frank? Have you ever noticed sometimes you're talking to the receptionist at a hotel and they seem one thing, and you see them in the local pub later that night, and they can be quite punky. Right, David, decision time. What are you going to say?
Bill, what do you think?
I would think that it could be the peacock rescue.
I can see her doing all the moves for Madonna. I can see her with 3 muscular black men behind her doing a synchronised dance.
So can she, by the look of it.
Well, I think it's Sarah's. I think it's a local paper scam.
The local, that's what you're going for?
Yeah.
OK. Kathy, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm Kathy, and together, Sarah and I fooled the local papers with our fake hypnotism story.
Wow. It was in the National Press, it went in the Star and the Express, but it was biggest news on the Shields Gazette, where it was front page news. There it is. Thank you very much, Kathy. So please welcome this week's special guest, Gordon. So, Stephen, what is Gordon to you?
Well, this is Gordon. Gordon and I were in a prog rock band called Aragorn, and we recorded an album called The Wizard's Dream.
David, perhaps you'd like to explain your connection.
Yes, this is Gordon. He works in my local pet shop and recently sold me a hamster that died the very next day.
Finally, Fern, explain your relationship with Gordon.
This is Gordon. He's the subject of my life drawing class, and I have painted him naked 3 times.
There we are, then. Pretty straightforward. A former prog rocker, a purveyor of poorly pets, or a nude model. Lee's team, where would you like to start?
What did the hamster die of?
So, what did the hamster die of? I don't really know, actually.
I think we all know, David.
You didn't take it back and ask your money back or ask an explanation about why it died?
You just brought the man who sold you the dead hamster on the show.
That's justice.
Who was the hamster for?
It was for the godson of some friends of mine. No, rather my godson, who is the son of some friends of mine.
Can I ask, are you close?
It was for God's son. For his birthday, I bought him a hamster, and he came down the next morning. And the hamster was no longer alive.
OK. Stephen.
Hello.
Could you remind us again of the name of the band?
Aragorn.
OK. And what was the album?
The Wizard's Dream.
Can you name some of the songs on the album?
Yep.
In fact, I've changed the question. Name them all without stopping for breath.
There was The Dragon, which was 15 minutes long. Reflections of the Reaper. Fool by the Fire. There were 4 songs, that's 3.
4 songs on an album?
Yeah, well, one was 15 minutes long.
Which year was this?
This was the early 90s, 1986.
How many members of the band were there?
There were 4 at that point.
Could you name the other members?
Yes.
Do it.
Right. Let's see where you're going. Charlie Dilks.
Yeah.
Good old Charlie. And Angus Ford Robertson.
And Fern. Now, you take sketches of this man here. So, what, you built up from fruit to flowers to his testicles, or...?
We started on a ladder and a bit of fabric and paintbrushes and things, and then we moved on to, eventually, Gordon, and he was there for three sessions.
OK, now let me ask you this. When did you do this course?
2 years ago I started, and I still do them.
You still do them? Now, you get up and rush off to the studio, you got 4 kids, and you have whatever extra things you do, and then you have time to go and paint men you don't know nuts.
Well, it's only... It's 7 o'clock to 8:30.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You're a very energetic woman, Fern. Do all that.
Don't say thank you. It's not a compliment, it's an accusation.
So, Lee's team. Is Gordon Stephen's ex-bandmate, David's hamster vendor, or Fern's nude model?
OK, what do you think, Reginald?
I don't think Fern had the time. I don't believe you would ever try to handle a hamster, living or dead. And I think it's you, because you and this cat here, Gordon, y'all got the same eyebrows.
And, sorry, Ken, you're going with Stephen as well?
Yeah.
So it's Stephen.
Let's go with Stephen.
Gordon, would you like to reveal your true identity?
My name is Gordon, and I was a guitarist in a progressive rock band called Aragorn with Stephen, and we did record The Wizard's Dream.
Thank you very much for coming along tonight. Cheers. Gordon.
When I'm stressed, I often take a water-free bath.
Water-free baths, Lee and his team.
Do you get undressed?
No.
Do you just sit in the bath?
Well, I lie in the bath.
Oh, of course, because you want to get the imaginary water all over your body, don't you? Do you imagine there's water in the bath, or does your mind accept it's not there?
No, you know it's not there. I'm not an idiot.
I know it's not there.
Do you have a hovering dock?
How long do you spend in this position?
It depends on how stressed I am. If I'm very stressed, I'll be in there a long time. If I'm only a little bit stressed, I'll pop in and I'll pop out again.
But what's the benefits? I don't see what is stress relieving.
Well, a bath is stress relieving, isn't it? But then It's quite a faff, innit? Running the water, taking your clothes off, then you're wet. You can't go out when you're wet, so you've got to dry yourself. Then you've got to put your clothes back on.
Well,
if you just get in without all that faff, you get all the joy of a bath and none of the fuss.
You're from the north, I bet you've got just an imaginary flannel.
You said that like you're not from the north.
I'm not...
If you said that,
I've completely converted now.
Have you told your accent?
Are you always alone?
Sarah, do you mean in life or in the bath?
Whichever one he wants to answer.
You always should be in the bath alone. I think we'll all agree.
John, do you do any, like, bath-related things when you're in the non-bath, or do you just shut your eyes and lie there?
Sometimes I'll put my dressing gown on over me, or a big towel.
Over your clothes?
Over your clothes?
Over me. I'll get into the bath.
Oh, in the bath.
Oh, right. Now suddenly got a bit more disturbing.
It's a cabin.
It's stress relief, isn't it? I don't just sit there, like, in the bath, like, you know, I don't smoke. But...
You can have an imaginary cigarette if you're having an imaginary bath, it's fine.
So what are you thinking, Lee? Does this smack of the truth?
What do we think, David?
I think it's total nonsense.
Do you?
Yeah. Putting the thing over your head, I think it would add to the stress as opposed to relieving it. I'm going for a lie.
You're going for a lie?
I'm going for a lie.
Going for a lie in his bath, fully clothed.
Actually, come to think, a fart's not going to be half the fun in this non-bath, is it?
So we're going to say lie?
Lie.
My team say lie, so I have to go with them and say lie.
You're all saying it's a lie. OK. Jon Richardson, were you just telling us the truth, or were you telling a lie?
It was, sadly, true.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Let's end the show there. Let's end the show there. We'll have a quick chat with John. We'll bring on Jeremy Kyle and we'll just end it there.
Right. I have nicknames for both my big toes.
Lee's team. What do you think?
What's the nicknames?
Leslie and Scruple.
Oh, what?
Scruple.
Scruple?
Yeah.
Why Scruple?
Leslie was Leslie was the nickname me and my first girlfriend had for our baby that we were going to have. We were planned about getting married and having a kid, and we were going to call it Leslie as a joke because it's it's a nice name, but we weren't actually going to call it Leslie. And then one day the foot was out the end of the bed, and this is so embarrassing.
And you thought, let's try for that baby.
I said, there it is, and she said, there's Leslie. It was just it just stuck.
And what about Scruple?
Oh, this is ridiculous. There was a kind of... she was very religious, and she used to believe there was an angel. You had an angel of... You had
Stephen,
a
do you want
good
2 minutes
angel...
to think about this?
What's that? You have a good angel and a bad angel on your shoulder who, when you're about to do something awful, will say, don't do it, or do it.
Well, like you go on national television saying you got a nickname for your toe, that's all.
So Leslie, our baby, we wanted it to have the good angel to be dominant. We wanted Leslie to have scruples. So the other toe became Scruple. It was Leslie's kind of conscience.
This is how religions get started.
If he's made that up, he's an absolute genius.
Then I would imagine it's probably true. So what are you saying then, Lee?
It's got to be true.
You think it's got to be true?
It's got to be true. It's got to be.
Kevin?
I think it's true. Still think
it's true. And you think it's true?
I do.
And you're a professor. Do we call you doctor or professor?
Whatever you'd like.
So what are you going to say?
I'll go with the team and say that's true.
Saying it's true. OK. Steve Mangan, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
Well done. Very good.
When I was a child, I was told to stop stalking a clown.
Why were you stalking a clown?
Because I liked him.
How old were you, John?
9.
What was the name of the clown?
Dozy David.
Dozy David?
He was opening a shopping centre where I grew up, and I saw what I believed was genuine magic.
What did he do?
He did card tricks, and he juggled, and he did jokes, made animals from balloons.
What was the nature of your stalking? Physically following him or phoning him? Or...
It was on the phone.
How did you get his number?
Because I asked for his autograph and he gave me his card.
What, Dozy Dave?
I thought for a minute then you were going to say, he gave me your autograph and included his number at the bottom. OK. So talk us through then what happens. You leave it a day or two, do you?
I left it a day or two because I didn't want to...
Classy. Give him a chance to get home in his car that keeps falling apart. So what did you do? Talk us through the first conversation.
Well, no, that's the thing. He never answered his phone. So I used to leave messages. Hey, David, it's Johnny here from Lancaster. Just worrying if you're coming back and doing any shows, or give us a ring, we'll see what happens. He never rang back, so I had to ring him again, didn't I?
Right. And how long did this go on for?
Well, a few weeks.
How many times in those few weeks did you ring him?
I would imagine it was something like every other day.
And was it the same messages, or was it getting steadily more menacing? Were you going, now listen here, Dozy Dave. If you don't call me back, I know where you live. I've got your address on the card. I've got your number. Yeah, I'll come round your house.
I know where you keep your balloons.
If you don't call me, I'll get a bucket of confetti and I'll throw it right in your face and you'll think it's water.
And what's worse than that?
Just watching you.
Yeah, what's worse? I'm gonna come round and mend your car.
Did this carry on long enough that the messages, your voice was getting deeper and deeper with it?
Now listen here. This has been 23 years.
How'd you make a poodle out of a balloon?
How did it end then, John?
It ended very upsettingly when his wife or girlfriend answered the phone and said, David says, will you stop calling the house?
Oh, this is a heartbreaking story. Lee, what do you think? Could that tale of woe be true?
I think it fits his character profile. Sweet. I think it's probably true.
So is it, David?
I think it's true.
True?
For me.
Okay, we'll say
you all think it's true. John, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a truth.
Whenever I eat beans on toast, I always imagine I'm a rescue helicopter, and with every forkful, I'm airlifting tiny bald men on a raft to safety.
What do you think?
How long have you done this for?
Since I was about 8.
Right. Any reason you do this apart from just keeping yourself amused?
It's
or...
my Auntie Bridget, who used to live with us.
Yes. Is this going to be a tragic story? She's bald, she was on a raft, she never survived, and it's our way of remembering her.
She was on a raft with 400 bald men who needed rescuing.
Trust me, we all know your auntie. Yeah. You say raft, you mean mattress.
Yeah. Oh, I hope she's not watching.
She's busy, don't worry.
She used to live with us. My Auntie Bridget used to live in our house, and she would often have to look after us if our parents were out. You know, I wasn't a good eater. I was a very skinny kid. And she used to try all sorts of stuff, and this is one technique she had. She used to do all sorts of other things as well.
Like what? What else would she do?
Spaghetti was, you were trying to, you know, you were throwing like a line, a rope down to rescue people at the bottom of a pit. Fish fingers were coaches.
Fish fingers were what?
There were coaches on the motorway. Here comes the coach, chop it in half. She's quite funny, my Auntie Bridget. She's quite odd.
Do you think the bald men in question that were going to die on the raft felt glad that they'd ended in a more comfortable position of going down your throat into your stomach?
Well,
did you feel that was a safer place for them?
Well, that was the helicopter they were coming into.
Oh, your mouth was the helicopter?
Yeah, my mouth is the helicopter. That's a raft going down. That's the raft. The raft is they're sitting on the fork, which is a raft.
No, the raft is the toast, surely.
The toast is the raft.
No, because...
Yeah. What's the toast?
No, the toast is the boat they were in on the ocean. It's now covered in... Why would they be on a raft? If they're on a raft, they're already rescued. They're already OK.
But helicopters don't lower down rafts.
Oh, thanks. Well, you've just ruined an entire lifetime story for me.
Another man comes attached to the rope and he picks up each individual bald man on the raft. I've seen it. Every time I've seen loads of bald men dying at sea and a man comes out of a helicopter and individually picks them up. So if you'd have done your backstory and you were a proper actor, you would know that you're supposed to be taking one beat. That's what Charles Dance would have done. He'd have taken... Because he does his research. Yeah, but and that's why he's not going to be the voice of Postman Pat.
So what do you think?
What do we think, Charles? Are we buying this story?
Reluctantly, I think I am buying
Really?
the story.
You think it might be true?
I do actually think it sounds quite realistic. I think that in a child's brain you might make up all of these scenarios.
I don't think he was eating the beans. I mean, look at his hair. He was only eating the crust of that toast.
We think it's true, don't
You
we?
think it's true?
Yeah.
Charles says it's true.
Yeah.
I'll go on and we'll say it's
Okay,
true.
You're saying it's true. Stephen Mangan, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Hannah. So, Stephen, first of all, please, what is Hannah to you?
Yes, this is Hannah. We used to bamboozle our miserable neighbour by adding an item of clothing to his washing line after he'd pegged his laundry out.
Izzy, how do you know Hannah?
This is Hannah. In order to impress a boy, we once competed to see who could eat the most ants.
And finally, David, your relationship with Hannah.
This is Hannah. Last year she bought a pub and named it the Mitchell and Glove. And I gave her my blessing to use my face on the pub sign.
Lee's team, where to begin?
Why is it the Mitchell and... What does the glove come into this?
I think it was originally called the Boxers.
As in the dog or the fighters?
As in the gloved fighters.
Well, it's an obvious progression, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boxing, David Mitchell.
I think she was very keen to change the image of the pub.
And do you know why Hannah chose you?
I think she, if you can believe it, she's a fan of my work.
Right, OK, so she's a fan.
It's a lie. Move on. Have you been to the Mitchell and Glove?
No.
Where is this pub, David? Which part of the country?
It's in Swansea.
What? Swansea?
Because I don't believe David. I can imagine his mind going, I've got to think of something quick. And even then he's thinking of middle-class things. Swansea. I'll say... Is it themed inside?
I'd be very hurt if I'm not on all the menus.
It's a gastropub, is it?
Not in Swansea, no.
I believe what it is a flat-roofed pub. One of the reasons I think it's named after me is that I wrote in my book that I had a theory that flat-roofed pubs are always bad. So basically, you'll never get nice food in a flat-roofed pub. You might get eaten by a dog. And Hannah said, this is going to be a nice flat-roofed pub that does nice food.
All right.
By which I don't mean a carvery.
You don't like carveries?
No.
What about Stephen Mangan's? What was yours again, Steve?
We used to befuddle, well, annoy our miserable neighbour by putting items of clothing on his washing line after he'd pegged his laundry out.
Yeah. And where was this?
Crouch End.
And when was it?
Oh, 15 years ago, probably.
And what's your relationship with Hannah?
Yeah. Hannah is my mate James's younger sister.
But was she living with you?
She was, there's three of us in the house, yeah.
What kind of thing did you used to put on there? I mean, just shirts? Or...
Well, it started one day. He came round and complained, and we were sitting up in her bedroom, looking out the window, and he put his washing out, and I said, I'm going to go and put a sock on his washing line. He liked everything to be very precise, and what he'd do is he'd come in, and when he'd take the washing off, we'd watch him every day, he'd fold it, he'd put all the socks together and put them in the washing, you know, rather than just chucking it all in and then doing it in the house.
Sorry, the person next to you is thinking, what's wrong with that?
So we put a blue sock on, went up, and then he came out, and he put all his washing away hours later, and he was like... And it was just very funny. We just found it. I mean, it doesn't sound funny now.
In total,
we found it hilarious.
In total, how much did he put on?
Well, it went on for it went out for about 6 months.
I know
we'd go to charity shops and buy stuff to put on his washing line.
I know Gok's going to ask it, so I'll ask it for him. On a Sunday, did you lay out the clothes?
Izzy, you're saying then with Hannah, you both went out together, pulling, and to attract some guys, you ate ants.
We weren't out, we were at school.
How old were you?
About 15 or 16.
Right.
Would you mind standing next to Hannah just so I can work out the visual to see whether you look like you should be at school together?
Yeah. Taking my shoes off.
I think you're mixing up age and height. They're completely different things.
Trust me, I'm a stylist.
Oh, here we go.
Before you know it, they'll be naked.
OK, similar age. It could work.
So you were at school?
Yeah.
Right, and what, there's a boy there that you like?
Yeah, and he was called Paul Brooks.
Paul Brooks, OK, and you thought the best way to impress Paul is to eat some ants.
It was during a school production, so we were dressed... we were in Greece. Grease the musical.
Oh, right. I thought you said we were in Greece, and you know the economy's like this, so we can eat. The ants. How many did you eat in total?
I ate about 24.
No way. 24?
Yeah.
How many did Hannah eat?
About 23.
Ah, loser. And that's why you got Paul Brooks.
And did you get Paul Brooks?
No, he just stood there the whole time, and then I
thought
felt
she's
sick.
stupid and walked off.
He just sat there chewing on his cockroach going, this is so afternoon. And what made you stop at 24 then? I mean, surely you could tell by his eyes after 2 or 3 that this wasn't working.
We just carried on, and then the interval was over, and we had to go and do the second half of Greece.
This was during the show?
Yeah.
During the show?
Tell me more, tell me more. Well, we need an answer here. So, Lee's team. Is Hannah Stephen's washing line prankster? Isy's fellow anteater? Or David's pub landlady? What do you think?
We can rule out the strange theme pub.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm sorry.
What is it about my face smiling politely next to a boxing glove that makes you think people won't want to get drunk?
I think it's Stephen. I think Stephen's telling the truth.
You think Stephen's telling the truth? Charles?
I think he probably is, actually.
Do you think it's Stephen?
Yeah.
I think it's Izzy, but I will go with the majority. Well, then I've got someone to blame.
OK, so, Hannah, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Hannah, and in order to impress a boy, Izzy and I once competed to see who can eat the most ants.
Thank you very much, Hannah.
On a camping trip, I won an award for having the tidiest tent, even though I'd wet my sleeping bag.
Lee's team.
True. Was this as a child, or was this recently?
No, I was a child.
How old were you?
I guess I was about 6 or 7.
And was it the Scouts?
No.
What was it?
It was the Woodcraft Folk.
What? The Woodcraft Folk? What kind of organisation is that?
It's like the Scouts.
Is it literally about going away to craft wood, to make things out of wood? Is it more about just generally lighting fires and...?
It's woodcraft in a more general sense.
What exactly is woodcraft in a general sense?
It's, well, you know...
How do we know, John? 'Cause I don't think you know.
It's... wood...
Do you want to change the name of the organisation?
That's what they say at every meeting of the Woodcraft.
So the Woodcraft folk, they head off into the wood together, they find a clearing, they set up camp, and what sort of things do they do?
We might spot birds. We might rub trees.
Do you ever spot trees and rub birds?
Only if you don't want to get your tree rubbing and bird spotting badges.
So there are badges?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there were badges.
What badges do you have? Did you?
Well, first badge would be sewing badge, obviously. Otherwise, all subsequent badges would fall off. Then...
Bird spotting.
Bird spotting badge.
Tree rubbing.
Tree rubbing.
Tree rubbing was just to chill out. It can't all be about getting badges.
All right, how many people were in the competition of tidiest tent?
15?
Did you just suddenly go back to childhood with that?
15.
That's more like it. So, 15 kids, all trying to have the tidiest tent.
Well, not exclusively, but we stayed in tents, and to instil an atmosphere of tidiness, every morning there would be tent checks.
Tent checks.
And whoever's tent was the tidiest would be
How
rewarded.
many boys per tent?
Not just boys. Boys
Whoa,
and girls.
hang on a minute. These were mixed tents.
I shared a tent with my sister, who was also in the woodcraft folk.
How did the other woodcraft folk react to it?
They never found out.
Did your sister find out?
Yeah. She was aware, yes. She was one of the first to be aware.
Do you think they gave you the prize to sort of patronise you because they felt sorry for you?
A prize is a prize.
So other than the swampy conditions, it was very nice and very tidy.
Yes, the tent was very tidy because everything was outside drying off.
What do you think, Lee? Is he telling the truth?
I don't know. What do we think, Moira?
I think it's true.
You do? Yeah. Why do you think it's true?
He looks like a bedwetter.
Well, I know that.
The worst thing is, when you say it, it sounds like news.
Joe?
I think it's probably true,
You're going around to true as well. We'll say true, then.
He's going to say true. OK. John, truth or lie?
Why would I admit on telly to such a true...
One Christmas, my wife bought me a dog. Rather than think up a name for it, I took him for a walk in a cemetery and named him after the first gravestone he showed an interest in.
Well, that's lovely and festive, isn't it? Please, Steve.
What was on the initial gravestone?
John Samuels.
John Samuels. So your dog is called John Samuels?
Dog is called John Samuels.
And this...
He's a Bedlington Terrier. They're sort of, do you know, they've got curly hair.
Was it chosen, the curly-haired dog, for any specific reason, Stephen?
No, I can't think of a reason why I'd choose a curly-haired dog.
This dog, has he got big gnashers?
Lee,
I'm not sure where this is going.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This dog, has it got big gnashers? Happy Christmas.
What time of day do you tend to walk your dog in cemeteries, Stephen?
Well, he was only a puppy, so I was actually carrying him, so it wasn't really a walk.
So how did he show interest if you were carrying him? Did he leap from your arms?
He wagged his tail.
Wagged his tail. And up until that point, he hadn't wagged his tail.
OK.
He'd had a really miserable Christmas. He'd had a miserable walk or carry, everything.
Here's the story. I'd ask my wife, if you're watching this, to cover John Samuel's ears. We told him it was the one he showed an interest in, but we'd, or his ears covered, had secretly decided it was going to be the first one inside the gate. He thinks it's because he wagged his tail, but actually it was the first...
He thinks it's because he wagged his tail.
Yeah.
Think about what you're saying, Steve.
He thinks
Have you had a chat with him? Wait till he finds out he was adopted. He's going to go...
Tell us about the lovely, heartwarming scenario on Christmas morning when Mrs. Mangan whipped out a puppy for you. I mean, was it... I think you know full well that's not what I meant, Miranda. How did she present the puppy to you?
The puppy came with her parents.
Wow, that's a hell of a present.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a special offer?
They were coming round to ours for lunch, and they brought the puppy in a little basket with a bow round its neck.
Oh, that's lovely.
And a big sign saying, "To Stephen."
Honestly, Stephen, how much did you want the dog?
A lot. I've always wanted a dog. My mum never let us have animals. We had a cat once, but it wasn't allowed in the house.
You haven't really got the cat then, have you, in that case? Did she just point at cats?
Well,
Yeah, that belongs to us. We had a cat, but he wasn't allowed in the house.
Well, there was a
in that
room...
case, we own a cow.
Is this the first time you've done this?
Yeah, we only have one dog.
Pets,
We've got one dog, that's it. No.
You got any children?
2 children.
How did you name them?
What, Burger King and Boots?
So what are you thinking, Lee? Does this sound truthful to you?
I'm not sure, really. What do you think, Barry?
Too much erratic detail in it. I don't think the narrative holds together.
Miles?
I think this couldn't be less true.
You don't think it could be less true?
No.
What if it's a lie? That's definitely less true if it's a lie, isn't it?
If I'm going to,
I don't think
if I'm going to
definitely
talk
less.
semantics with someone tonight, Lee, it won't be you.
I love having Miles on the show. He's the only person in the world that can make David Mitchell sound like Danny Dyer.
I don't believe Stephen.
So you think it's a lie?
I do think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yes.
Well, I disagree with you, so I think it's not true.
Right, Stephen, were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Amazingly, it's a lie.
After just one lesson, I had to give up learning the guitar because I found my teacher too good-looking.
David, Steve.
How old were you when you had these lessons?
30... something. I'd say it was 3 years ago.
It's well known you can't learn anything after the age of 27. That's it. Whatever you can do when you're 27, that's what you do. Forget anything else.
How is parenting going, Dave?
Was it a man or a woman, your teacher?
Which is funnier. It was a man.
And were you attracted to him, or you just found him objectively so good-looking that you thought this is intimidating?
I am recently married. This is a threat to me. My wife booked me some lessons as a gift. He came to my house. I felt he was too good-looking to exist in my house, and I simply never phoned him about the second lesson.
Paint a picture for us of this man, maybe using Lee as a base point.
I mean, if you can picture almost the opposite.
There's no need to go that far, John.
He arrived on a bicycle. That upset me. Sweating. Guitar on his back. He was Spanish. That upset me. Very ahead of my time there, Brexit-wise. This was before the vote. In fact, I actually organised the vote as a way of getting him out of the country. Said something like, "Can I bring my bike into the house?" I mean, I was all a quiver.
Yeah.
I think I said, "You can bring whatever you like, Alberta."
But a visual, I want a visual picture. I mean, what
colour were his eyes?
Have you ever seen a sunset?
Was your wife clearly thrilled to see him?
She was upstairs, luckily.
And why the guitar? Are you into guitar, or did she just want you to play guitar?
I want to learn the guitar.
You don't need to learn an instrument to be in a band, do you, Aston?
You can sell, like, 10 million records without playing a guitar, so you'll be fine.
Boom! What do you think? Is he telling the truth?
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, I did think it was the truth, because the little I know of you, you seem like you could be worried enough to feel that.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sold.
If you could move to true, that would really help me out.
For you, I'll move to true.
Oh,
Brilliant.
no, the pressure.
That means I don't have to think. True. Yeah.
Saying true. John,
come on.
Truth or lie?
It is true.
It's true. John did stop having guitar lessons because he found his teacher too good-looking. Please welcome this week's special guest, John. So, Sheila, what is John to you?
Well, this is John, and he disrupted a show I was in with an explosive attack of the hiccups.
Stephen, how do you know John?
This is John. We once spent an hour hiding from a piece of rope because we thought it was a snake.
And finally, David, what's your relationship with John?
This is John. I was the only person to attend his neighbourhood watch meeting. So we spent 10 minutes drawing a map of the road, then gave up and watched an episode of Knight Rider.
Lee's team, where to begin?
Should we start with Sheila?
Yeah.
What was the show?
It was a musical called Grey Gardens, which I did last year at Southwark Playhouse. It's a fringe theatre, so the audience are right on top of you and you can hear everything. And at the beginning, I could hear this person sort of suppressing something, like that. And then there was a really quiet moment and he had the most terrible attack of hiccup. It was like as though he was choking almost. So eventually...
Sorry, eventually? You thought he was choking and you did something eventually?
No, I knew he wasn't choking, but he was making a choky-type noise.
Oh, OK, all right.
So I had a glass that was supposed to be whiskey, but was actually water, so I went over to him and I made him drink out the back of the glass when the audience were applauding like mad.
What was your character?
I was playing this old lady, and it's the story of these two women. They were discovered surrounded by cats and animals.
They're probably locked out.
Stanley.
I'm curious as to how long it was before you stopped the show. I mean...
Well, I let it go on for about 2-3 minutes.
And what were you doing at the time?
I was singing. I was trying to sing.
You were in the middle of a song?
Yes.
What was the song, Sheila?
So I love you, I love you. It's a song that she sings to her daughter. It's a very poignant moment. But you can't do a poignant moment with someone going...
No, I'm kind of surprised. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that John didn't take it upon himself to leave the theatre.
He was embarrassed, poor darling. He's stuck in this show.
So you thought you'll help him with his embarrassment?
I sort of
by
did.
making him drink upside down with a glass of water?
No, I knew the audience were getting really aggressive with him.
What were they doing?
Well, they were going shush, 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 like that to it.
But they must have known that it's an involuntary action and he's not doing it
But
deliberately.
audiences are like that. If in a lovely moment they were enjoying the show and suddenly this idiot's going...
And he's going... Are you sure it wasn't like the house version of the song? It's a bit more garage.
Is that what you think house music sounds like? and I quote...
I would say, of all the genres of music, although house isn't close, it's the closest, unless you can tell me what that is closer than.
I would say it's a very experimental, avant-garde, East Berlin in the early 30s. I certainly wouldn't call it house music in a desperate attempt to get down with the kids.
I don't think 1930s East German is actually a genre of music.
I'm saying...
You give me a decade and a country.
Yeah, in fact, you've also given a country that didn't exist in the decade you've given.
Well spotted. Well spotted. But you noticed that Lee didn't spot it. Right. Who would you like to quiz next?
We'll go with Stephen, shall we?
Just remind us, Stephen, just to refresh our memories.
This is John. We once spent an hour hiding from a piece of rope because we thought it was a snake.
Where were you?
We were in California.
Right. And how do you know this gentleman?
I'm related to him.
In what how?
Well, some of our relatives were, you know... we're cousins.
You're cousins?
Yeah.
OK, so you're in California.
Yeah.
And what, are you camping, are you?
We're camping.
What age were you?
I was 19.
Oh.
Who was camping?
We were.
Just the two of you?
Just the two of you?
Just the two of us, yeah.
And Yellowstone?
No.
Yosemite?
No.
Big Sur?
No.
Doesn't matter what type of snake it was. So who spotted it first?
We're in a tent, and I wake up, and we're in the woods, and it's California.
Oh, you're not a campsite, then? You're just going
Not
wild?
on a campsite, no.
OK.
And I see a snake on the roof of the tent.
So you saw the shadow, the silhouette?
We saw the shadow of a snake. So I say to him, I think there's a snake. He says, I think there is.
Yeah.
But it wasn't moving. But we watched it because we thought maybe it was asleep.
How long did you watch it for?
For about 40 minutes.
Right.
And you were too scared to, like, try and sneak out the front way and run?
Well, we did come up with a plan.
Oh, OK.
Which was one of us was going to hit it and knock it away from the tent. And then it would fly away, and then we'd dash out the tent.
Hit it with your bare hand?
I think it was a pillow, actually.
You took pillows camping?
Glamping.
Don't you? So one of us hit it.
Yeah, with a pillow?
And the snake flew up in the air and then landed right back down on top of the tent.
when it's settled and it's still again, you now know it's definitely not a live snake.
No, we think it may have been stunned.
Which one of you hit it?
I'd be lying if I said I remembered. Probably John.
Probably John. Probably John. I mean, well, it's not easy. It's not easy to remember blood relatives, is it?
So what happens next?
We decided one of us had to dash out of the tent and then see what the situation was.
And who did that?
And John very bravely said he would do it. So quietly we got out of our sleeping bags. And to get him a quick exit, I helped open the flap and he jumped out. And then he turned around and he went, "You won't believe this. It's a rope."
OK.
Mark, you seem to find a potentially life-threatening situation rather amusing.
Where did this... Can I ask, Stephen, where did this rope come from?
It was on the tent. It was just a rope on the tent.
Ropes on tents are really thin. They're not like...
Very thin
They've not got
snake.
the girth of a snake.
It wasn't a snake like that.
No, it was a piece of rope like that. How could you think that? The most you can figure out is a worm.
Yeah, but also, you've got to remember...
There's a worm! Quick, get my pillow!
It's also early morning, so the sun is just coming up, casting
Snakes
a
are
long
a lot thinner
shadow.
in the morning, aren't they? It was early morning, they fatten up during the day. That's a little thin bit of rope. That's nothing like a snake. Unless you'd have said the shadow had somehow made it look
That's what I'm
bigger.
saying, it's early
You didn't
morning.
say that!
It's early morning, the sun is low. I said that.
He did say that,
Made it
although...
look... I mean...
Sometimes Lee doesn't totally listen to everything other people say.
It is true. That is a fair point.
OK, now, what about David?
David. So, remind us again, David.
Oh, I can't remember. I was the only person to turn up at John's neighbourhood watch meeting and then gave up and watched an episode of Knight Rider.
How well do you know your neighbour?
Not very well, but a bit. There'd been little... a sort of photocopied note had gone round about this meeting.
A photocopied note? It's email these days.
Yeah, but how do you know each other's emails before you start Neighbourhood Watch?
Well, they've started, the party's in it.
No, but this is before this. This is the first meeting, isn't it?
It's the first meeting.
Oh, I do apologise. Sorry, carry on.
Sorry, I must apologise about Rob. Sometimes he doesn't listen.
And anyway, so between me and my wife, we decided that one of us should go. And we thought that,
and she thought it should be you.
And it turned out I thought that too.
And it started off by you were drawing a map.
And then, well,
Map of the streets.
Why were you drawing
a map of the street?
Just because John wanted to explain the area he thought this neighbourhood watch group should cover.
How many houses away do you live from him?
He's, I think, next door but 4.
Next door but 4. So let's say 5 houses away. Because that's a very weird way to describe. I've never heard anyone say he lives next door but 4. It just somehow doesn't work. Next door but 1 is the limit to how much you can use. You can't just keep adding numbers on.
Go for it. I'm going for it. I'm going next door but 40,000. That's where the Queen lives.
Was Knight Rider on telly or did he have it on a DVD?
He had it on a DVD.
So I'm a massive fan of Knight Rider. I've got all of them. Which one was this?
Which what?
Which episode? You know what? You understand the question.
I don't remember the title of the episode.
No, but what happened in the episode?
I'd be interested to hear this.
Michael Knight.
Settle down, because this will be very interesting.
He's driving along.
Michael Knight, that's a good start, Michael Knight.
As I remember, he's driving along and he in kit, and he's driving absolutely on the speed limit, but not above the speed limit.
Even in your anecdotes, health and safety is important.
It's important to the plot. Yes. He's driving it, and it says on Kit's digital dial 55 miles an hour, which is the speed limit in America. And the police pull him over. It turns out that he is driving over the speed limit, but there's something wrong with Kit. He's all askew.
Hang on, I'm just trying to remember the episode of Knight Rider where the story was about the speedometer being slightly broken.
That's a coincidence, because I'm trying to do the same thing.
All right.
Wow.
We need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is John Sheila's helpless hiccuper, Stephen's cowardly companion, or David's night-riding neighbour? What do you think, Mark?
It seems to me you can drive a bus through the holes in all three of them. I don't know. Stephen's snake. He had me until the pillow.
Yeah. I just don't think David, even though he's a really nice man, I just don't think he'd have the patience.
I'll have to pull you up on that.
Because anyone else would just be like, why don't we just go down the pub, mate?
No, not David.
Not David, no.
David's never ended a sentence with mate.
Mate, OK, fine. Fair enough.
Except when playing chess.
Even for you, David, that was quite middle class.
Fair enough, you've won, mate.
And what about Sheila, the fringe theatre with the hiccups?
If I had the hiccups for 2 or 3 minutes, I would leave.
Yeah. It's very difficult in those sort of theatres to get out.
Yeah.
They were trapped.
They were trapped.
Right, well, but that's a fire and safety nightmare.
I'm just trying to...
Right, who's it going to be?
I think it's Sheila. What do you think, Mark?
David.
Do you think it's David?
I mean, possibly.
I think it's Stephen.
Lee Mack, make a decision. Be a captain.
Right, my decision is definite and it's clear and I'm not going back on it. Anita, you are deciding.
Oh, God. I originally thought Sheila, but I'm going to go with Stephen.
You're going to go with Stephen?
Yeah.
Stephen? What are you doing, Mark?
Stephen!
Stephen. We're going to say Stephen.
You're saying it's Stephen.
I don't know why.
John, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm John, and Stephen and I hid from a piece of rope.
Yes, John is Stephen's cowardly companion. Thank you very much, John.